Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
Here's the thing. Yes. I'm Daniel, by the way.
I'm still Rex.
Harry Falkenberg. He's kind of an unsung hero of mine.
Dude shows up with a backpack. He's like a whiskey Sherpa.
Yeah.
Right? He's fully loaded.
Shows up.
He was walking in here. He's like, what do you got in there?
Chill.
Oh, $5,000 worth of whiskey and cigars. Cool. Have a seat.
And he's like, you know those friends that you don't see except for like once every 3 years, but when you reach out to them, there's no like, where have you been?
Yeah.
There's no guilt trip. There's just like, hey man, and then you just immediately pick up.
Yeah.
And then you vanish for a while, and then you immediately pick up.
Yeah.
That's Harry Falkenberg.
He's a good
Won't
guy.
see him for like 6 months or so, and then all of a sudden on a deck, you'll be like, hey man, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, it's Harry Falkenberg.
Last time I saw him.
That's a kick-ass BMW.
I saw him it was a few weeks ago. And it was since we did like the how to open a broken whiskey cork episode.
Right.
And like the thing where you just hit a whiskey bottle on like basically wood or tree or something. And I could not remember, where did I see this?
Right.
Like what? And I'm thinking, you know what? I think you and I were sitting down here with Harry Falkenberg.
Oh, that's right, because he brought a whole bunch of shit.
He brought a whole, and like the cork broke, and I had this memory of you going, hold on, hits the wall, and I flipped my shit. I said, Harry, did I steal this from you and not mention you? And he said, no, that wasn't me. So.
I remember sitting down here and drinking with him.
Did you remember? But
yeah, and I remember broken cork.
But did he not?
I don't know if he did that.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was just a broken cork. Well, I still don't know where I saw that.
When you recently saw him,
saw the thing.
He brought us this.
Yes.
Are you ready? Egan's Centenary. By the way, he's a titan of whiskey.
Daniel, in the distance, do you hear that?
I do.
Could it be?
It is.
Okay, so Egan's is this brand that goes back for fucking ever. They're like super businessmen. They're good at everything. They had a whole bunch of things. Wine. They were merchants. Then they got into whiskey, and they were successful at that. They were extremely supportive of Irish independence. Ended up in jail, and then it sort of disappeared. Right.
Okay.
But look at this.
What is that?
So it comes with this.
What's the thing here? What is this?
This is the
piece of fabric.
booklet. Yeah. So there's a reason, because they were called at one point. Look at this. It holds in a booklet. Look.
Oh.
A little magnet. and you
I love
drop
the
that,
magnets.
Right?
Yeah.
And this booklet was in it.
You want to know? Here's
Right?
the thing. Before you go on, you want to know how I am judging whether or not our premium packaging has made it.
Right. What?
It's the magnet.
Oh, the magnet.
Whenever we have something, whenever we release something that is so good and so amazing that you can get this like choice. Look, it's not only a magnet. It's a magnet with a lapel pin.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can take this off.
Oh, you can.
You can wear it. This is the lapel pin right here. There's a magnet.
Right?
Like that's.
Yeah. Let's do it. I didn't realize that was.
You didn't know that was a lapel pin.
I really didn't. Yeah. And not until you said it. Look at that.
I'm saying.
Damn.
That is so cool. That.
These guys, at one point, the Egan brothers were political prisoners. They announced themselves as because of Irish independence, right?
Yeah.
And instead of wearing prison garb, they smuggled in Tullamore tweed.
Is that this?
And they wore tweed suits in prison. They're like, fuck you, we're not prisoners.
Yeah.
We're political prisoners.
Right.
Anyway, so ages later, it's been revived.
Mm-hmm.
And the descendants, actual Egans, descendants revived the brand Egan, and they're sourcing amazing whiskey and doing interesting things with it. And this is a release they did to honor the original Egans.
The Tullamore Tweed incident.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
So hence
A
centenary.
man of conviction.
So Maurice and Jonathan Egan re-spawned this thing. This is single malt and single grain.
Is this a wrap?
Yes.
I want it.
Yeah, I can see the, anyway,
wanna
see
do
the seam.
I want to do it.
I know, right?
I just think it got gold letters.
Yeah, you can see the bottom seam.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
I want to do a wrap.
So single malt, single grain.
Yeah.
Then married together in cognac casks.
Okay. What's striking me right now is fruitiness. I'm trying to get more specific than fruity.
It's not, I know I keep saying apricot, but I think it's apricot.
Apricot, pears, and apples.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go pear, but I would go apple.
It's mixed in. It's mixed in. It's definitely in there.
Could be,
Yeah, it's definitely in there. And I would say in order, first apricot, then pear, and then apple. Very ripe.
honeysuckle.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. And the proof, something like this, you're not going to proof it down to 40.
Vanilla and
40,
slight coconut.
46. 46.
Almost toasted coconut, but just coconut.
Oh, yeah. I see
Shredded
what you-
coconut.
yeah. I got that. I am getting, at 46, I am getting the alcohol layer. I'm finding that. Yeah.
Almonds.
That's also on my list.
I like the nose on this a lot.
I'm 40.
Oh.
More subtle on the taste.
Yeah, that's really mild.
Way more.
Honey cereal,
Yeah.
like just grain cereal, not
yeah.
like sugared cereal.
So, if, let's say, this is the spectrum of whiskey flavor. This is no flavor. This is maximum flavor. The
Right.
nose is setting me up for right
Way up
around
here.
here. The taste is giving me right about here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say bottom third.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Way more subdued.
I mean, if you're going for subtle, it's at 46%. If you're going for subtle, maybe. It drinks super smooth. So think of this as your positioning as a luxury whiskey.
I'm finding
It's
the
gonna be
coconut.
like, it's sweet,
The
smooth.
coconut is actually delivered on the taste.
It is, yeah, and it's not toasted coconut. It's actually like fresh coconut.
Sweet malty coconut.
I'm gonna add a little water to mine. Would you like the same, sir?
See if that wakes it up a little bit. A little bit.
It's a good whiskey, but it's boring so far.
I would say.
We got a lot of shit for
I'm
me
not gonna
pouring out of a plastic cap, by the way. It's like, I thought you were at school. Did you have droppers and things? And I'm always pouring out of like a Sparklets bottle.
You do the best with what
Like,
you got.
whatever. It's right here.
Okay. I would say not boring. Because the notes that are here, like coconut, for example,
Right.
these aren't super common run-of-the-mill notes. I
No.
would say tame.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Soft.
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah. Oh, give me a little vanilla with the water.
Yeah, vanilla cream explodes. Trying to figure it out, but there's a citrus in there too now. Almost orange. I like it way better with water. Some earth notes woke up.
Hey, gut check time. If you and I were experiencing this nose and this flavor with a different packaging, different story, and a different bottle,
Right.
would we be giving it as much bobbity boop? Or would we be like,
That's fine.
cheap bottle, cheap wine bottle, somebody paid an intern to get on Photoshop, bang out a label, but you get the tweed and you get the magnetic thing and you get the lapel. Are we
We might be.
projecting too much amazingness and giving it too much grace?
I will tell you the only counter to that, only one.
Yeah.
I would say we might be 80% swayed by packaging, but the only counter to that is the water gave it more depth and body.
Right.
The water woke some things up for me. When we added water to the other cheap blended stuff,
Right.
nothing.
This is a real, like what we're talking about is the quality that people expect and perceive and will project onto something based
Yeah.
on like packaging and story and all this. I mean, this is scientifically researched, brain scans. This is proven.
We are
that-
not immune.
No, we're not. And we can be aware of it, but if you're not paying super close attention moment to moment, you could totally fall into the scenario where you're giving a lot more grace and projecting nuance and complexity. And I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just curious as to how would we be talking about this if it was totally different packaging, totally different story.
No.
You're pulling out.
I was gonna pull out Sexton, but I'm gonna pull out something a little more big brand.
Yeah. I still like it. I'm just curious how different I would be experiencing this if it was in a totally different situation.
Okay, close your eyes. I don't want you to see this bottle. As soon as you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm doing. All right.
Is it closest to me?
Yep.
It's a lot more sweeter. I'm getting like a sweet tarts type of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, way more sugar and like sugared fruit.
Candy is sweet tarts, almost Smarties. Remember Smarties?
That chalky note.
Yeah.
Not bad. Actually, I really like that.
If you got to be ready for a candy sweetness.
Yeah.
Not a natural sweetness, but a sugary.
Now go back. And then there's fruit and the same notes that I gave before, almond.
Okay.
More body.
More
and heft.
Yeah, more body, more heft. Feels more like a natural set of whiskey flavors. This, I would say, people may end up liking whatever this was more, depending on their palate. If they like candy sweetness type of deals, desserty sweetness type of deals, what was that? Powers Gold Label.
Powers.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So I think
I wouldn't say night and day.
no, but I would say in terms of the angle of the flavors, this did come across as a little bit more natural.
And a
This is
little
a
more
little bit-
complex, but not like totally different ball games.
Yeah.
They're still playing on the same field.
Yeah. Do you realize how much more money we'd be making if we were keen to play ball with big brands and carry their water?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Like if we actually responded to people like Middleton going like, hey, you guys want to promote Powers? I do know. I do.
You could have a real golden ring.
Yeah. Instead of my bronze. Brass and glass. It's all brass and glass, baby. That's a Roy term that I never heard before. Maybe it's an industry term in jewelry, but he's like, no. When you display shit and you don't care about it, it's mock.
Yeah.
That's brass and glass.
Right.
It's like, it's got flow. I like
Brass
that.
and glass.
It's all brass and glass.
Yeah. And I'm keen on something that I recently trotted out that I think I'm going to be using a lot more often. Basic beta bullshit.
Basic beta bullshit. Beta.
No.
Basic beta bullshit.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
You steal, may you steal your liver's heart.
And if you drink,
May you drink with us.